Good morning. Welcome to another morning live stream. It's every day this week. I've managed to keep up with. Stick to, I was going to say. Yep, I have been working my way through these draft tracks. Let's make this big. Been working my way through these tracks in draft. This is a system I use that's created by someone called Mike Monday. If you were into kind of progressive house and electro house back in the noughties, then he's the name you might have heard of. But he also is a creative process coach and music production coach. And he has a really great YouTube channel, does really great like online courses and stuff like that. I'm not touting his material at all. But it's what I use in case you're wondering why I. But yeah, he has some really great stuff, and if you're looking for ways that you can improve your creative process, definitely check out his material. But this is a system he uses where essentially you do kind of things called splurges, which are like free creative sessions really, where the emphasis is on just writing music as quickly as possible with zero focus on quality. And so you come up with all this material to start, and then you kind of move it through this thing, move it through this Trello board, which is what this is. I'm only kind of explaining this briefly now because I do get I get questions about it. But yeah, this is like I just kind of use this framework to track the songs. And over Christmas, I listened to a load of old tracks and kind of move them in here. So I don't know if I'll do anything. Sometimes I just move things in here, and then I'm like, oh, actually, I don't think I will work on any of those, and just move them all back to Sketchbook. But essentially, you build up this huge bank of material. Or I have, at least, anyway, just by doing this every day, kind of writing music every day. But for now, for these morning sessions, I'm focusing on the draft. So these ideas are, they've got an arrangement. There's a piece of music there. It's not what I would call finished, or it's not what I want to hear the end product being. Not all of these may make it through, but I think the majority of them I started on stream, or apart from Harmony, which was started just before, but the rest have all been started since I've been streaming last October and kind of pushing YouTube a bit more. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to listen to this track, Harmony. I've listened to it a few times out and about anyway. I sometimes do that. It's kind of cheating really of the system. The idea is you're not supposed to listen to things for 7 days between sessions, which is really, really great. But yeah, we're going to give it a listen. We're going to make some notes. We're going to do a quick session because I haven't got bags of time. And yeah, let's find it. Harmony. Let's make sure I've got the right version. November 19th. Okay, and I can see I haven't worked on it since then. Right, what I'm going to do now is listen to it. Make some notes after I've listened to it, work on the session. So I will play it, and let's turn. we go. I actually really like the vibe of that one. And to me, it almost sounds like, I'm just gonna see if one in Jumanji. Yeah, so to me, it almost sounds like I think anything that the things that I'm hearing that I'd like to address on the track are they're kind of the smaller details that I'm thinking at this point. It's it's almost like I could move it to done, or I know I definitely would want to put that out because I think it kind of just represents well my sound at the moment or where I'm at. So it's going to be the. Let me make some notes on it anyway. Maybe let's just do a draft session. So I am going to put today's date, which is 12th. And this one's called Harmony. Got lots of samples from the National Film Boards of Canada website. Documentaries, one of an old documentary. Essentially, with this track, I am hearing that everything kind of builds to this moment in the middle, or at least that's what I want to happen. I kind of want things coming in gradually, building to this. Camera lights a bit. Building to this moment in the middle where there's a sort of stillness, and then it kind of unravels after that, which I think is kind of working. So this is what I'm doing now, making some notes. So the beginning, I still want the beginning to be much more gradual. More gradual fading in of the elements. So what I'm thinking I want to do is try the melodic stuff first, with the drums kind of coming in. Drums coming in. You know, like I picture like a 3D space in front of me, a bit like you're moving through any kind of landscape. Whenever I'm now that when I make music, or when I'm working on it, you know, what's coming out of the mist. What space am I in, really? And I really like playing with that idea of things just coming out of nowhere, and you kind of don't notice them come in. I really like playing with that idea of like gradation. I think that's much harder to achieve sometimes than like big drops. Is this kind of John Hopkins does it really well, I think, in his music. This kind of really like subtle gradation of musical elements where you're not sure where one begins and the other ends, and yet it sounds really weighty, and kind of the balance between drops and things fading in. Okay, drums coming in out of the ether. I think I probably miss part of the process, like explaining how I'm doing things here, in that I kind of jump straight to a solution rather than exploring all of the possible things I could do in any given like musical moment in the music. And I guess that's just from habit of working on tracks and working on songs and stuff, that I kind of know I've got ideas immediately of solutions. What am I saying here? I've got maybe I the thing you don't want to do when you're working on your own tracks is kind of like come up with things to fix that don't need fixing, or or create solutions to problems that aren't there. And this is something, yeah, Mike Monday talks about a lot. And I think it's part of the, especially as you move through the music, in the later stages of writing, that really it is a battle against your own mind coming up with stuff that doesn't exist in the tune, and you kind of thinking like, well, it needs something else. What? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, but I would like the bass coming in to be more impactful, and I think that by fading in the elements more gradually in the beginning, that I might achieve that. So that's kind of that's the problem I think is there. I think there could be more impact for the drama when the 808 kicks in that we could amplify by making the beginning section probably more about the melodic samples. So I think that's what I'm going to try in this session. I think that's possibly all I've got. I think otherwise I like the way things are developing. There's another thing. In the end section, I have a sample coming in. It could be this. Is it this one? The flutes and crow, and that comes in. I want it to be a more deliberate entry. There's almost like a change of key in that part. And I'd like it to be more deliberate. Yeah, it's almost like we reached this. We're growing towards this middle section where this chap comes at harmony. Harmony. That's kind of like the peak. That's the pinnacle of the track, or at least I want it to be. Sorry, just. And we've got another break to usher things in there, which I think really works actually. That cool break, I've used that a few times. Check my mic's not blown out. Yeah. Okay, so more deliberate entry for the flutes and the crow, and that could, I'm just going to listen to that and do that in a moment. I think probably I'd be able to emphasise that more by dropping some parts out. Yeah, so two things to work on there. The beginning, I'm going to try making it more about the melodic ideas, and I may also have do some sound designy stuff with the drums, make them sound like they're coming in from all over the place. And then the flutes and the crow part at the end I want to work on. I think I'm solo at the moment, which is fine. Oh no, I think I've got. If there's anyone there, say hello. Not that I mind. I'm kind of doing these more to document the process, and I imagine people would learn back, just learn watching back after the fact. If you have any questions, if there's anything I do that you want explaining more, then leave a comment. All the ways you can support me, get more involved, are in the description. Okay, right, let's get down to it then. So first thing I'm going to do is save a version. So yeah, last time I worked on this was November. I haven't worked on it since then. And there's something about the clarity one achieves by working on multiple sessions and leaving them quite long between creative sprints, if you like. All right. So what am I going to do? Well, I might. So we've got the Soul Pride break coming in. I like that. I think that works. Another thing I wanted to try was the first 808 to be more of a drop. I think I said that, didn't I? Anyway, right. So, what have we got? I think it can almost start with that. What's this? Got here. That's good. So we've got this, and then we've got this bit of textural sound. So I'm just gonna let's just do this. It'd almost be nice if it came with like a symbol, wouldn't it? That kind of thing. Got loads of my own that I've made before, which for the sake of... So I'm going to do a sprint on this, put a timer, 25 minutes. It's a good little technique. Writing a list, giving yourself a set time, not too long, and doing these little sprints. I've got 25 minutes there, and that should be good enough. So let's work quickly. I've got some of my own symbols that I've made before, and they're totally fine. So I've probably used them to death now, but like, and I will make. Maybe I'll make some of these on stream another time. A little Ned Rush trick. It wants to be quicker than that into this. Almost like a one bar job. Yes. Put a little marker there so we know what I've got on with that. Start. I'm going to EQ this because there's a lot of... Sometimes I like to use the filter in the sampler. Yes, this is... trying to create a feel here, just to like. Really like doing stuff like this. Pusher-esque here. Bleep Street, it's a good tune. Let's just go with this. Yeah. Alright, well I think that's I haven't done any kind of like I'm just gonna leave it like that, see what that sounds like. That might be enough, not without doing any kind of filtering or sound designy stuff. Morning Jar-san. Morning Jumanji. Again, I've already said morning. Oh yeah. I've I had a bit of a clear out and a sort out. And I've got the Volca keys and I've got the Volca beats. I think I might sell the Volca beats, keep the Volca keys. How is it? Is it fun? Did you get the micro? What was the Arturia one? Micro Freak. Anyway, yeah, let's. Yeah, sorry, I've been deep in the breaks there. Micro Freak. How was it? Is it any good? Oh no, you haven't used it yet. God, sorry, not with it. Yeah, I was looking at Simps on Juno. Got some money for Christmas and was thinking about splurging it on maybe some hardware. But I've plugged my MS-20 in again, which I've got, along with a couple of other little bits of hardware. And I think I'd really like to do. Is it nice? Cool. Yeah, I'd like to do some sampling, just make some loops and stuff with them, and I'm thinking something I'd like to try down the line is spend maybe a couple of weeks or a month or something making sounds, making breaks, making lots of loops without any intention of kind of putting stuff together. Yeah, cool. We've got a good one in Birmingham actually. Have you got one in Manchester? They've got a good selection of stuff. It's good for guitars and everything. They've got a huge guitar selection. But yeah, no, thinking of kind of making loops and sounds without any real intention of putting them into songs, and then making a live set out of those sounds, and then kind of having that as a backbone of my creative sessions. So not sure, that's kind of an idea that's percolating. I've always got lots of ideas that kind of I realise are never going to come to fruition. Too many ideas, not enough time. Talking of time, I expect we're almost up. 4 minutes left. Okay, well, I think I've done what I wanted to there. I just wanted something like a break in the music. Okay. Let's try and have a little cymbal, shall we there? Yeah, cool. What's the Volca sample like then? Done any break stuff in it? Is it capable of stuff like that? I did like the keys actually. I thought that was pretty good. The drum machine's a bit techno, or like, you know, if you want to make that, it's good for stuff like that. And I've done lots of techno in the past, or tried to at least. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that now. That's certainly. I just want to hear that intro and. I think it's kind of like quite beautifully messy, this one. This is a track a bit like, I'm just going to cancel the timer. I've got 1 minute left. I think like sometimes I put music together and it just feels like an absolute mess. And it can be hard, it can be difficult to just forget the mess that you like behind the music, to not think about the session when you're listening to it. Cool. Did you get the what was the operator one? Is there an operator sampler like the pocket operator, the pocket sampler or something? I think I saw Coco Bryce doing that. I mentioned that before, I'm sure. I messed about with some plugins recently. I was looking at kind of like retro color. I was gonna thinking about buying that, and then Yarm Audio. They had some cool like definite. Yeah, they had some nice stuff. I was in the mood for like, or I'm in the market for some like a tape stuff, tape effects. Um, I think if like the one thing I probably need to upgrade is my. I wouldn't mind a better monitor to view this stuff on, because the one I've got is a bit old, or a better desk. This desk is like an old IKEA one. It's pretty wonky in the middle. Yeah, all right then. So we've done that then. I'm not going to listen back to it now, but we've got that cymbal crash bit now, and we just kick things off, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Have you got any stands for them? I've got. You can't see them. You could probably see it if I do this. You can just see the corner of the my monitor here. But I've got a pair of I've got my Yamaha HS5s that are set up now. Um, and yeah, they're really. I kind of just use them for testing at the end. I don't really mix on them. I tend to use headphones more for that. Um, yeah, you can see the other. Yeah, you can see the other speaker in there. just in the corner there, just by the lamp here. There it is. There it is. So I keep them off the desk, and then we've got my desk real estate then. Yeah, I think stuff like that can actually be like the best place to spend money sometimes. Yeah, they must be pretty big, those. That noise. Yeah, okay, let's export this then. Export. Where's it going to export from? Export from here, please. I really think this track's done anyway. I think it would just benefit from that. Was that the one? Is that the one with the Selassie sample, Jarsun? Yeah, that's the thing. You want to get like these. The HS5s are not good for bass stuff, for like sub bass stuff, but they're could be. Jarsun, is that the one? Yeah, the HS5s are kind of good for my room. And this is quite a bit. This is quite a big room, but yeah, I really just use them for checking, and I use my headphones for the majority of everything. Really, I know my headphones well. I kind of focus a lot on like just testing between systems, so getting really used to how my headphones sound and how. I guess I'm always listening to music with a critical ear as to how it's been produced. I'm sure lots of other people who watch my stuff have exactly the same thing. Oh, I was on the Monday. What's that? Let's have a look then. Go to my own YouTube. Oh look, I'm live now. That's quite funny. Oh yeah, on the minimal chat. The minimal was that? Yeah, yeah, that was it. Let me have a look. New age tape here. Yeah. Yeah, back in the lab. So I think it was a Busy Bee one. Let me know. Let me know, Jarson, if that's the right one. Let's see if we can find it. New age tape here. Not you. The Quadrophenia. Is that the one? Let's just listen. I think that could be it. Kickback. Kickback break. Kickback break. Kickback. Go in my user library. There we go. Yes, you're absolutely right, Jumanji. And it is something that is on my list of things to do. It will happen, I promise, at some point in 2022. All right, that's saved. That session's saved. Let's just put that on here now. What I'll do, I reckon. Just gonna make a note of when I worked on it. Make a note of today's date, the last bounce, 2020-01-12. Date for next week. Just going to see if I know. No, Jarson doesn't have 11. You're on 10. Otherwise, cadence. The one on the Selassie tune. This one. And I think they're all from Busy Bees. Busy Bees website, like samploids. Sample. And I think they're in like one of his free ones, one of his free samples. Looks like he's had a bit of a rejig recently. Don't know where you could find them. I'm sure they were a free pack. Anyway, good luck with that. I hope you Yes, you did, Manji. Thanks very much. I've got those in regular usage now. Yeah, he definitely. Whether they've gone now. Yeah, not sure. Not sure. Cool. Is it pingable in the chat? Well, you might know it. You might have each other's details outside of this, but Yeah, because I could easily make a pack and send and put it in the description, but I know that it wouldn't work in his version of live. Uh, and he might want the break to chop himself. I think that would be preferable. Um, yeah, cool. See if he's still on. Never know how quick or responsive like YouTube streaming is. Anyway, yeah. Garson, let Jumanji know your Insta. If my email address is humansynthetics@gmail.com, and I'm also on Instagram. Everything's in the description if you want to contact me. I think my email's in there too. If there's anything, maybe we could, I'm happy to ping over the samples or Jumanji is. Um, Let us know. But yeah, I've got to call it a day anyway. So that was a good session. 20 minute session. Testament to shorter sessions are better, although I certainly prefer them now. So yeah, don't listen to your track. Don't over listen. Make notes before you work on a session, and just go through those notes. Set a timer. Boom. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to end the stream here. I wish you all a good day. I'll put my email in the chat again. Yeah, Manji, that sounds like a good plan. Yeah, all right then. Cheers, thanks for watching. I will catch you around.